Hey guys, what's up? It's Clay Ranger 143 here, along with... What's the sequence again?
108-798.
And Funabuddy01, who is currently working on a compilation of alerts that I caught by surprise. Cause yeah, let's just say I can't go a day without getting alerts now.
Me neither. That's GSP in a nutshell.
Nice.
It's GSP in a nutshell.
Michael, you want to do that again?
Nah, that was fine. But yeah.
Yeah, Camtasia, can you not delete my intro, please? I need that.
Okay, so to make a long story short, we're back with another radio reviews episode, and we're somehow still in season 11 because yeah, season 12 hasn't started yet. But as a matter of fact, why don't we get to this radio that we're going to review? So, without further ado, in this episode of Radio Reviews, this is not just a radio. It is a scanner with trunk tracking, with weather band, with ham radio band, highway patrol, air, military, public frequencies. And it costs almost $500 fucking dollars, and that radio is the Uniden Bearcat BCT8. Okay, the Uniden Bearcat BCT8. First impressions, we just need to examine the facts. God damn, this thing is a fucking brick. Literally, it's a rectangle. It's a rectangle with a stand and an antenna on the back. That's what you get. But, holy shit. This is literally the most expensive piece of equipment in my entire room right now. Not even kidding. Because...
Don't get it stolen or I'm gonna shoot you.
Oh no, it's staying in my room. But this is the most expensive piece of equipment in my room right now. This. The Uniden Bearcat BCT8. With Trunk Tracker 3. And NASCAR support. Just like the portable scanner that I have. Other than that, let's examine it real quick. So, there is a lot of features to be discussed with this particular unit. Because, yeah, I actually had to compile some notes per request of AJ over here. Because this thing really has a buttload of features. Good features and, yeah, buttload of features. Just wait and see. This will probably be another 2-hour episode. I shit you fucking not. I shit you not.
Well, here's the thing. As we all remember, back in November, when I came to North Carolina to film the BC125AT, we half-assed the review. So this time, I thought it would be appropriate to actually compile some notes on this radio.
Yeah. Plus, we didn't really, like, examine too much on the BC125AT, because the BC125AT has a lot more stuff in there. That we probably missed some of it out, but we didn't even know how to set it up at the time. Anyway, let's take a quick look at the radio itself. So, it's obviously a rectangular radio. It's a square, pretty much. And, yeah, as you can see, on the front of this radio, it has two separate knobs. One for the power and the volume, which if I turn it like this, it does a test. Makes the alert light light up, and then it just stops and goes to the frequency that you have it on. And then if you turn it the other way, it just turns off. But the other one is for the squelch feature. And both of these knobs can also push inward for other functions. You have a mute button next to the alert light, which can actually be dimmed, by the way.
And the volume can be turned down.
Yes, it can. You have the display right here. It says Uniden Bearcat with the Bearcat logo and paw. You have the NASCAR logo. You have Trunk Tracker 3 on the side. You have these 4 tiny little buttons. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 buttons so far. You have delay, LO, data, and pry, which is primary. Then you have these buttons. These are basically for the trunk tracking and scanner search for the frequencies and all that. And yeah, you have these 2 buttons labeled with HWY, which is short for highway, because this thing can monitor highway patrol frequencies. You have state, PVT or private, SVC, which I'm not sure what that stands for, but Service, thank you. Service, the service button, SVC, which actually switches the bands on this radio, because this scanner literally has multiple tuners. It literally has
multiple.
Yeah, like multiple tuners for each band. It's insane. You have the SRCH button, which is the search button, and then you have trunk, which is for trunk tracking. Now you're up to 10 buttons. What were you going to say?
Can I make a note about this for everybody who's listening?
Yeah.
As I made note in the last video, there is a slight disadvantage of this scanner versus the BC125AT. This scanner has a total of 5 banked frequencies of 250 channels, excuse me, versus the BC125AT, which has a total of 10 banked frequencies of 500 channels.
Yeah, that is a slight disadvantage, but still, 250 is a lot.
Well, and the other disadvantage, and this is more of an advantage for this scanner, it has a portable. Michael, show the antenna.
It's right here.
If you're showing the antenna, I know that's what she said, is much longer than the BC125AT. Now, mind you, that is not a stock antenna, but it is a close proximity to the stock antenna. That one is aftermarket. Damn,
that is a tall antenna. It's actually taller, like, on my desk than it is next to the window here. Hang on, I'm messing around with my camera.
How tall is a fully extended weather radio antenna?
I want to say it's about I want to say it's about like 70 centimeters, which would equal 2 feet.
2 feet? That one's probably about 4 feet.
Is it? Wait a minute. No. I think this one is close to 2.5 feet, actually.
If not close to 3.
Yeah, I think it's 2 3/4 feet. Yeah, it's not that, it's not that tall, but it's tall for a radio.
Yes, but it is a good antenna. I've had that antenna for like 7 years.
Oh, I can tell. I was able to pick up a lot of shit with it. But,
it's a good antenna.
Anyways, we have 10 buttons so far. Now we're onto the keypad section, and you'll notice that some of the buttons, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons, are actually labeled for how many channels you can have with banked frequencies, from 1 to 50, 51 to 100, 101 to 150, 151 to 200, and 201 to 250. The rest are 6, 7, 8, 9, the period, which is for the frequencies, and above it, it says RMT. Required monthly test. Oh my god, RMT button! No,
that's not what that stands for.
Yeah, it doesn't stand for required monthly test, even though it's a very, very good coincidence.
RMT is remote mobile tracking.
Yeah, remote mobile tracking is what it stands for. You have the 0, and then you have the enter button, or the E button, which actually can also be used to lock the scanner to prevent anybody from using it.
Michael, I mean, what?
Hey, you Why is it here? Bitch!
Yes, bitch.
Anyway, here's the thing. This scanner has already piqued my interest in multiple factors, so we're gonna get into each one as we go along. Also, 10 buttons, 14, 18, 22, 23, 24, 25 buttons on the front panel of the radio. 25. And above, yes, not as much as the 519 with 34. But anyways, it also says BCT8 on the upper right-hand corner of the unit itself, right here. If I can just put it in the light, there you go. You can see it a little bit better. But it says BCT8 right above the up arrow button, and then you have your down arrow button, and then you have the big red hold/resume button, which actually pauses the searching for frequencies. So if you wanted to do it manually, you would press hold, and then you would do the up and down arrows to scroll past each frequency manually, which I don't see the point in that. But if you just wanted to let it scan to see whatever it can find, you can just press it again to go into resume mode, and it'll automatically find the frequencies for you. On the top, you can see here that the Uniden logo is actually engraved into the metal. Yes, this radio is made of pure metal. The whole body is constructed of metal. Not even kidding. This thing is literally heavy-duty built. And also on the top, you have your frequency guide. For CB radio, 10-meter ham radio, or repeaters, very high frequency low, 6-meter ham, aircraft, military land, 2-meter ham, very high frequency high, government frequencies, 70 centimeter ham frequencies, ultra high frequency standard, ultra high frequency T, and public service. And it shows like a chart on the back right there. On both sides, you have 4 screws, indicating that they hold the case together. So that's 8 screws in total on the sides. On the back, you can see there's really nothing there. Except for the antenna port, the external speaker port, the adapter obviously, and the remote mobile tracking port, which actually looks like a fucking VGA monitor cable connector.
It is a VGA monitor connector.
Exactly.
So here's the thing. That port is also used for when you have to back. Okay, so Michael, did you mention what year this radio was made?
Not yet. Actually, it was not made in 2009. I just looked at the back, and it says, look at this. Warning! Modification of this device to receive cellular radio telephone service signals is prohibited under FCC rules and federal law. Copyright 2003.
Oh shit.
So this was made in 2003. We were way off. It was made in 03. I should have known because it has the old NASCAR logo, and that was like a thing in the early to mid 2000s, because my portable scanner has the NASCAR logo, and that was made in 2004. So it should be obvious that this came out a year prior to that. So I stand corrected. It came out in 2003. Back when shit was actually better. Anyways.
That also, I did want to point out, that was the last scanner made by Uniden that was totally made out of full metal. The last one.
Yep. After this, they just went straight to plastic.
Uh-huh. The predecessor to that was the BCN 350, I think. The one that SBC Cranford has. I forgot the model name of it. But that is the
355N.
The 350, yeah, the 355N.
The base scanner, that one's made out of complete plastic.
Yep.
Actually, not complete plastic, some metal, but it's mostly plastic.
Yeah, the majority of it is plastic because it's like, God. I mean, their scanners are still good today, but The build quality has definitely degraded.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why already we're gonna have a good feeling about the with this thing. But yeah, for now we're gonna get into the first feature. But first we got to get to the bottom of the radio. We're not even done with the first segment because this radio has so many features you don't even know what to do with them. But yeah. Also, I should note that yeah. It did cut out the video a little bit because, yeah, fucking Sony sucks. But as you can see here, it has a stand on the bottom that retracts up and down and clicks into place. This is the speaker. That's the speaker. It's mounted underneath the radio, and then here you have your patent sticker with a bunch of numbers and gibberish. So, on that note, why don't we get into the first feature, and that would be the button beeps. Okay, the button beeps on the Uniden Bearcat BCT8. Now, I should also mention that this radio has more than one name, because I looked at the listing on Amazon, and it turns out it can also be called the Bear Tracker BCT8, even though it says Bearcat on it.
Okay, what? If I may ask, what is it with Uniden's obsession with bears and cats? Does anyone know? Has anyone picked up on that?
Think about it. It sounds badass. Bearcat. Wow. Anyways.
Okay, furry.
Bitch. Proud to be one, bitches. Anyways.
Recon 2.0, I mean, what?
Hello. Like that?
Yeah.
But, anyways, to listen to the button beeps, and this is actually pretty cool, you have to turn on the weather radio itself, the scanner itself, by just twisting the volume knob until you hear a click, and you should hear a test, and then you should hear the test. Yeah, the test beep is loud. And I didn't
Turn
even...
that shit down, motherfucker.
I can't! I can't...
Yes, you can.
Well, yeah, but I just turned on the radio, and the volume's not even up all the way, damn it. Anyways, that's the test beep. One thing I like is that it does a little bit of a lamp test on the display when you turn it on. Like, it displays almost every character and such. But, and it actually says test on it, but one thing that I really like is the display glows along with the buttons. The buttons glow along with the display. Look at that. How cool is that? That's pretty cool.
It's so pretty.
But, anyways, let's get into the button beeps. There you go, 250 frequencies right there. Why is the second frequency just 34? What?
34?
It's just 34.0000. What the fuck?
On bank number 2?
Yeah.
I think I was doing some testing with some CB.
Well, because bank 1 is 453.375, which is one of your local frequencies. I'm not saying where, but because the frequencies are not labeled, I guess it's okay to show them. But still, just don't mess with these frequencies, please. Just for the love of God, don't.
Don't do it, Michael, otherwise I will hurt you.
I wasn't going to. Anyways.
You fuck with my scanner, I'll fuck you up.
It's a scanner. It can't transmit, only receive shit. Anyways, so yeah, as you can clearly see, scrolling by, you can see that the radio has the option for 250 banked frequencies. On private mode, at least.
That's in total.
This is actually a...
Excuse me?
Oh,
Jesus Christ. But, yeah. AJ, I did add a frequency at bank number 33. That's actually my home repeater for Mitchell County. And I was listening to it earlier. It's 145.190, and I already put it in at bank 33.
Wait, 145, 190?
Yep. Ham radio.
That's a ham radio frequency over here in Mason. That's on bank 13, I think.
What?
It is.
No, 145130.
Oh, gotcha. No, but that is a ham frequency around here too. I don't remember where.
145190 is over here in Mitchell County, but yeah, the button beeps are pretty self-explanatory. Let's try something else. Let's try adding something. Let's say I want to add a frequency, and it doesn't work. You get that error.
That also applies if you put in the same frequency.
Yeah, because
on the channel.
Yeah, because if I go to private and hang on. If I go to private and go to an empty bank and then put 145.190 again and press enter, it says it's already on channel 33, which it is. It's right here. So that's a good thing because it tells you that if you already have the frequency programmed, you don't need to reprogram it again because it actually saves you space, and plus it prevents the use of duplicate frequencies on multiple bank channels, which is actually pretty good. But yeah, those are the button beeps on it. Now we are, I said that weird, but now we are gonna get to the next feature, and yeah, that is gonna be the Siren Test. Yes, I said that. Okay, the Siren Test on the Uniden Bearcat BCT8. Yeah, there's a Siren Test on this fucking thing. There is a Siren Test on this!
Can I add a disclaimer?
Yes.
This radio does not have same. It does not have same, but it
No.
has a siren.
It has 1050 hertz, I think.
Yes, but it doesn't even activate for 1050 hertz.
Oh, what's the point?
Well, again, it wasn't meant to be used for weather. It was supposed to be used for fire, EMS, all that.
Right,
It just
yeah.
has weather for the convenience.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the point. Bullseye.
Bitch ass. Anyway.
Yes?
They decided to add a Siren Test. And the easiest way to activate the siren is to go into, you press HWY and then you press state, which I've already did, and I'm already at Ohio, but just for shits and giggles I'm going to do it for North Carolina.
North Carolina. The home of...
Damn it, I missed it.
Good job.
Fucking 74200 head ass.
I mean,
Okay.
It was made in 2003. What do you expect?
Yeah, anyways. Okay, North Carolina, and to actually test the siren, you push the volume button in, and this happens.
Now you can, Michael,
Yeah.
you can also test the light. You can turn on and off the light.
Yep.
So if you press in the squelch button, it does the same thing.
Yeah, you press the squelch button, and the only difference is with that, it actually tests out the light, because the light can be dimmed or completely shut off. Because you can actually see here, no flash for the alert light is enabled. And if I press it, it goes away, and then it flashes. So, that's with no flash. That's high power flash. That's dim flash. No flash. God damn, it's annoying as shit.
It is. It is. Why do you think I had it in storage for so long?
This is why, people. Anyways. But, yeah. If you press this, obviously, it just messes with the volume. Imagine if the siren went like this. Imagine if it sounded like that. Like pulsating from high volume to low volume. Imagine that.
Like a high-low pulsate?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, yeah. That would actually not be too bad.
You know, to be quite honest with you, if this radio had been a little bit more developed back in the early 2000s, if it had SAM, I honestly think that's what it would have sounded like.
I mean, they could have pulled it off.
They could have, but they would have probably used the standard Uniden warning, watch, and advisory.
Yeah, most likely, because the scanners like this with SAM, it definitely has, I will say, the same alarms and sirens for each and every alarm.
And same with the BC125AT. Now, mind you, that was 9 years later.
Plus, that one is 1050 hertz only.
Yeah, but still, it has just a warning tone for everything.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta give it credit where it's due. I mean, it does sound pretty scary.
Right, but also at the same time, you gotta take into consideration this radio is like 18 years old.
Yeah.
That's even harder to process. Oh my god, 18 years?
I find that hard as fuck to believe. I really do. Because it looks newer than that, but the NASCAR logo really shows its age.
It does. It really fucking does.
Because one, that's the old logo. That's the old style logo. And one, actually, if I bring over my portable scanner, my BC92XLT, this is mine. And it's already been reviewed in Season 10. But this is what I'm talking about. This came out in 2004. This came out in 2003. Look at the logo. NASCAR. NASCAR. Same damn logo.
Imagine NASCAR. Just kidding.
Imagine Joey Logano.
Boy.
Also,
imagine canceling Logano.
I mean, I mean, he sort of got canceled in 2013 for wrecking Denny Hamlin. I mean, what? But besides the point.
Denny Hamlin.
But yeah.
Imagine Martin Truex Jr.
Imagine Kurt Busch getting another championship.
That would be nice, actually.
But
that would be nice, so I can rub it in your fucking face, bitch ass.
Yeah, but your younger brother got it first.
No.
Yeah, Kyle Busch got two before you did.
Okay, and?
Anyways.
At least I didn't have a miscarriage.
Oh God, I'm censoring that out. Oh
I will
God.
get that savage if I have to.
Oh God, why?
Don't fuck with me.
Ew, why would I want to do that to you? That's Melissa's job. Anyway.
You better shoot the that shit.
Excuse me.
Do you have any today?
Yes. Yes, sir.
You mind telling me what the fuck you just said?
I said that's Melissa's job. God damn it.
Oh, I thought you said it was Nicholas's job. Jesus.
No! God motherfucking damn! No! No! Why would I say that?
Nicholas, with all due respect, I'm sorry, I'm about to go here, but with all due respect, if I was any other sensible, hot-looking girl, I wouldn't date anybody who has 100 weather radios. Oh, I'm sorry, 99.
100.
Actually, yeah. I don't know when this episode's going live, but by the time this episode goes up, I'll probably be at 100 radios by then.
My point still stands. Nobody would want to date somebody who has 100 weather radios.
That's just plain rude, my dude. God damn. But anyways, that's kind of my point. The way Uniden made these scanners, especially with the NASCAR badging, just instantly shows you that they were made in the mid-2000s because of the old-style NASCAR logo. That's a dead giveaway.
Automatic dead giveaway. Now, don't mind me. I'm actually trying to find the look-alike. There is a look-alike version of the BCT8. I'm trying to find it right now.
Oh, yeah, but Nicholas, what's that one company that ripped them off? Radio Shack, right?
It is Radio Shack. I'm trying to find it.
Oh yeah, they also ripped off the BC92 XLT!
I don't remember the model name offhand, but I will. If I find it, I'll put it in the chat.
Nevertheless, they ripped it off. They basically took this and made it red. Anyways, on to the next feature, and oh boy, this is just one of many. Why don't we get into the bands this scanner has? Okay, the band selections on the Uniden Bearcat BCT8. Yeah, we're gonna go to the Linkin Park selection, then to Evanescence, then to Limp Bizkit, and to the rest of the fuckers out there.
Imagine Eminem.
Hey, here's one. Imagine 30 Seconds to Mars.
We're gonna go to Mars.
Yeah, that's where your head ass belongs, Michael.
But yeah, that's just about right. Either way, you can clearly see the defects of the radio, somewhat the build quality here. You can actually see some of the scratches, but this is an 18-year-old radio. Other than that, it's in really good condition.
Yeah, considering I bought it brand new in 2011.
Yeah.
Which, now mind you, that it's still a good radio. I just don't use it.
And hang on one second, guys. Alright, sorry about that. We had to, reset this black piece of shit again. Fucking AT&T router. Of course, because, yeah, it's terrible as shit, and I hate it. But anyways, that's besides the point. Back to the band selection. So, obviously, this thing, as I've said before, has multiple tuners for each band built into the radio. And to access the band, first you can go with here. You can either be on the highway band, the private band, and then you go to the service button right here. Okay, so let me just show you here. DOT, I don't know what DOT stands for.
Department of Transportation.
Oh, Department of Transportation. Okay. So yeah, Department of Transportation. You have POL, which is police. WX, which is weather, obviously. Fire and EMS, which is obviously fire department and emergency services. News. CB radio. Air radio, which is for aviation, obviously, for planes.
Yes.
RR. Oh my god, it's radio reviews in the fucking scanner. RR like in the PFP. Oh god. Oh my god. It's double R, bitch. No. RR is what exactly?
What, Nicholas?
I assume it's railroad.
Yes, it is railroad.
Yeah, railroad, thank you. Railroad is RR, and the last one I find really peculiar. It's MRN, the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR. No,
Actually,
it's not.
MRN.
What?
It is MRN.
No, it's. Are you serious? That's actually the Motor Racing Network.
Yes.
Are you kidding?
But you're not.
What?
Yes, it is MRN.
The MRN?
Yes, Michael, the MRN. God, motherfucking damn.
Hold up.
Listen,
Hang on.
sir.
Hang on. Let me see if it has the same thing on my fucking portable scanner.
Probably doesn't.
Oh my god, it does!
So back when the BCT8 was made in the early 2000s, NASCAR had oh no, MRN is the voice of NASCAR. Okay, so Uniden got a hold of MRN, to my understanding, and they had, I think, a range of 10 to 20 frequencies that were used for MRN for the drivers and throughout MRN, throughout the pits, the actual broadcast, stuff like that. So there are Now, mind you, those frequencies are old and encrypted, but some of them still work.
Yeah.
But you have to be close to track to actually get them.
I mean, shit, I tried to put the frequencies in the fucking portable scanner and it didn't work for me. When I was at the Coca-Cola 600, it didn't even work to put them in.
Yeah, they're encrypted because we're in the age of digital scanners nowadays.
But this is digital. And this.
Digital frequencies do not mix with analog scanners. They do not mix.
Yeah, that is true.
It does not work. However, this is where my next point was going to come in. Now, the software on the BCT8 that I have is the original software from 2003. However, back in 2007 through 2011, there were periodic updates for the firmware for the scanner. 2011, last year, it was supported because the only way you could update it was through Windows XP or Windows 7. Or it weren't anything. If you could do it on Windows 90 and you might get away, but the prime choice Windows XP. All right. So the latest firmware for that scanner, there is a link for it. I would have to find it somewhere, and I will give it to Michael and he can put it in the description. It is a very, very tedious process to reband the whole scanner, to have it converted over to digital frequencies. To put it in layman's terms, if you're not a scanner enthusiast, you need the Motorola software. You need the software that requires Motorola digital trunking to convert it to digital frequencies. That's the only way that's going to work. And it's very dated and it does not support anything further Windows Vista.
Ew, Vista.
Yeah, exactly. Ew. So, for those who are listening, that's the only way you can get digital frequencies on a scanner, is if you update it to the Motorola software frequencies. That's the only way that works. And unfortunately, since it's 2021, and the last time you do that was 2011, if you do Windows Vista today, yeah, it might work, but I highly doubt it.
So you mean to tell me that I gotta use something as new as a herpes-infested Savannah-like operating system known as Windows Vista just to update the fucking firmware?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot! But, granted, it is 10 years after the last update. It has been 10 years already since they last put an update out for the firmware, which is actually quite recent in terms of technological standards. So that is a long time of support for a scanner like this. And considering how this is analog like the portable scanner, I'd imagine, because they were both made around the same time period, I believe this one is analog as well.
It's anything made from the 90s, the early 2000s, Uniden standpoints is analog.
So I do have an analog. So these are both analog, okay.
Yes. Yes. The BT125 is analog as well, but can program it to, you can still program it to have digital frequencies. There are plenty of updates for that, as it is still, it's not an outdated, it's a fairly new scanner still. Even though it was made in 2012, that scanner is still fairly new. So that can still be done.
Yeah, and that was reviewed.
Most of this. So we did review that, and I did want to mention that. I forgot to mention.
By the way, if you want to check that video out, there's a link in the description. Season 8, episode number 2.
The episode where I asked David and what? And Savannah, I mean.
Well, why should we care about Savannah anyway? She's just as STD infected as the analog scanner frequencies anymore because they don't use them no more!
Anyway, so, back on topic for a second. I want to point out to the last analog scanner Uniden actually did make was the BT125 AT. that, everything digital. 2013, and even past 2012, usually the age of digital technology. And there comes a heavy cost with that. And that cost being the price. Okay? You can even ask Recon himself. He has the Chunk Tracker 5 handheld. It's all digital. Scanner is almost $1,000.
Yeah, for a handheld scanner.
It is not cheap. It is not cheap.
No.
This scanner, brand new, 2003, was almost $5. I got a scanner for $250 back in 2011 as a Christmas gift.
These things, brand new, cost $500. Yeah, it is
really
not.
Good condition.
Yeah, it
This
is
one was
not a good.
And it was $50.
I'm telling you right now, it is not a cheap scanner. It's really not.
Scanner. If you're into classic analog scanner, this is the one for you.
My whole computer cost $500 to build.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
Don't pit.
Jesus H. Christ. I'm on pit road past the commitment cone. Yeah, unbelievable.
It's not what you told Nickel earlier, I mean, what?
Just absolutely. Oh. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Nothing.
Nothing my ass. What did you say?
Nothing.
Bullshit.
I said that's not what you told Nicholas earlier, I mean.
What are you...
Boy.
Anyways,
Michael.
yes. Back to the scanner. I should mention one thing that hasn't been mentioned since. About the bands. The bands real quick. Apparently there was rumors that there was rumors around this scanner that they were going to add a band on the screen for military, even though it has military bands. It just wasn't added on the display. It's sort of like
They cut
hidden.
it out.
Yeah, it's like hidden in the radio. So you gotta find it for yourself.
It's the latest firmware like that.
Yeah.
They cut out the original firmware. Again, that video is running on the original firmware.
Yeah. So what you're seeing here, the programming, it's all original. But yeah, why don't we get into the next feature? And this is actually cosmetic-wise. I really got to get into this display and button layout because I love it. Okay, the display and button layout on the Uniden Bearcat BCT8. Beautiful. Okay, let me just say one thing. I am a sucker for radios and scanners that have good-looking backlights like the Uniden does, along with glowing buttons. Glowing buttons are awesome looking as shit. They really are.
Anywhere since my Mac and my Intel gaming computer both have backlit keyboards, and yeah, I actually like that too.
I also have a backlit keyboard and a backlit mouse. But other than that,
Imagine having a backlit mouse.
I mean, hey, it's the same brand,
Imagine this.
but listen to this. Or just look at this. I'm gonna zoom in on this because it actually looks very aesthetic. There's the display itself set to MRN, and then here you have the buttons. What amazes me on the camera, it shows so clear despite having so much light on it. Because the lights that are lighting up the buttons right now are basically coming from the display, like it's all in the same portion of the lights. Like the display light and the LEDs for the buttons are all the same thing. It's a bunch of LEDs, I assume, mixed up into the circuit board, and it's all powered at the same time. It's on the same part of the board.
Correct.
It's not separate. So once the display is turned on, the buttons are turned on. It's kind of like some of the modern portable scanners from Uniden. Obviously this one doesn't have it. The buttons are just gray. and they do not light up, but these do. And you can kind of tell when a scanner lights up with the buttons, because judging by the color of these buttons, you can clearly see, if I turn the light on real quick, the buttons are translucent and somewhat clear because of that coloration. You can see it's kind of like, it's just like with the TFT. The buttons light up because they have LEDs behind them, and you can see here the audio's corrupted, of course. But if I press password, all the buttons light up. They're literally the same exact color as the scanner buttons. So any button that looks like that, you can pretty much tell that they can light up. If they are colored like that, then you should know that they light up. And obviously the TFT does that. But the scanner has a similar principle with the buttons, because on the TFT, as I've said already, it has a very similar coloration. But on the scanner, you can pretty much see it. As soon as I turn it on, I'm going to turn it on without the lamp on, just so you can see it a little bit better. But if I turn it on, it's so freaking bright, and the way each button lights up clearly like that is actually very good looking. That's really cool. It's almost like, you know what else it reminds me of? The elevator buttons, like you're in a hotel and the buttons light up in an elevator. That's what it reminds me of. It looks very, very cool. And we got a tornado warning somewhere. Oh, hi, Memphis. Oh wait, never mind. That's not Memphis. That's Arkansas. That's Little Rock. But
Imagine Arkansas.
Bruh.
Imagine Connecticut.
Imagine Ohio and imagine North Carolina.
Oh God. Guys, this is bad.
What?
That damn failure flash flood warning from Memphis got extended until 9 o'clock Central.
Oh boy.
9 o'clock Central tonight or tomorrow?
Tonight. And it says now, instead of the first one, damn failure occurring, it now says damn failure imminent.
Oh,
wait,
Jesus.
Isn't imminent a step back though, or is it a?
No, wait. Actually, damn failure occurring. Wait.
It's occurring.
Oh, it is a step. It is a step. Yeah, it is a step back. Huh. But flash flooding from the imminent failure. Yeah, it is a step back. But it is still gonna happen. The imminent failure of Lake Terra Dam. Oh God, Lake Terra? That gives me. I'm sorry. Lake Terra reminds me of so much of Lake Tahoma Dam. It just gives me PTSD.
Civil emergency message, I mean, what?
Oh my God, no.
I actually, a story about that, I actually remember Michael deadass woke me up in the middle of midnight. So I just got the CEM. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah, you didn't even get excited, bitch ass.
Yeah, because it woke me up. I was mad.
And?
I was mad you woke me up. As long as it wasn't for me, I don't care.
But it was south of me, bitch! And I got it on the 993, which is right over there.
Okay, well, also, I didn't know that at the time. When you told me that the next morning, I was like, oh shit, I'm sorry.
I know. By the way, that 993 is the same exact one that recorded it in 2018. So.
Ah, yes, 28. Imagine 2018, AJ.
Oh God. But
imagine me from 2018.
Cringy as fuck, no.
Okay, 2018 I was just a silent little shit. Okay.
Still cringe. I mean, what?
Nicholas.
How was I?
Nicholas, you've.
I'm fucking with you, Nicholas. Relax.
Nicholas, you've changed with time.
I mean, if you want to, Jesus, if you want to be now, went out to how I was in 2015, and oh
boy, we're gonna get into some gold.
DC Bridgeport here.
Oh God, what did I get? What did I get myself into?
Too much.
Yeah, what did I?
But yeah. I really like how the buttons light up along with the display. That is actually quite a cool feature that I really adore on this thing. So, on that note, why don't we get into the next feature, and I'm going to turn the light back on. And the next feature is actually on the bottom of the radio, and that is the retractable stand. If you're wondering why I have the radio on its side like a fucking gaming console, it's because of the stand. Yes, this radio has a retractable stand, and you would wonder why, because this thing is such a brick. But yeah, as you can see, the stand retracts, and it does make a lot of clicking sounds. Just to tell you that it's... Yep, click, click, click. It almost sounds like it's about to break. I hope not. But no, that's...
It's not.
That's normal.
It's a little bit... It is a little loose, I will say that.
No, really, it's more tight than... It's more tight than loose, in my opinion.
So that's how you feel about pussy right now, Mike Coleman, what?
Why is the fucking earth round? I'm loose! Anyways, yeah, there's the retractable stand, and it obviously folds into the bottom of the radio, so with the stand down, you can just have it flush with anything you want. And what the fuck is going on with the screen?
The screen is out if you turn it over sideways.
Yeah, I noticed that!
That's why it's not supposed to be on its side, you bitch ass.
Oh, look at all this shit. Look at all this shit. Oh, hey, I can see everything.
I can clearly tell.
Trunk MEL list bank 1 2 3 4 5. Let's see. ATT RMT MLOC Highway Private Police Weather Fire EMS News CB Air Railroad Motor Racing Network P for penis. Hold the search, the up and the down and the bitch. The trunk tracker. The trunk tracker 69. Oh shit, it's June 9. Anyways.
6-9.
Watch this episode come like fucking September.
Oh, well,
then again, season 11 is gonna be airing daily like season 9 was, because there's so many fucking episodes out there.
So, yeah, watch this episode come out on my birthday.
Just imagine if it did.
But, yeah, the retractable stand...
7.
The retractable stand actually comes up like that very easily. Also, imagine August 6th. I'm not getting into that.
Imagine North Carolina Amber Alert on August 7th. I mean, what?
Bruh! Anyways, but yeah,
Okay.
the stand actually works good.
This is for everybody who's watching. If I actually jinx that, if this episode comes out on August 7th, and there's a fucking Amber Alert in North Carolina, you have the right to come at me on Twitter and saying I told you so.
You heard the man. Take that into account.
What account, bitch ass?
Ass. Anyways, about that, yeah, let's just get straight into the facts with the rest of the features. But yeah, the stand is actually very good. It feels very durable too, and it makes it look cool when it's propped up like that. I like the way it looks.
Well, here's the other thing about that stand. You can have radio sitting down like that without the stand, but that's only necessarily meant for being used in the car. Because if you lay it down when it's at home, the speaker's muffled.
Yeah. I mean, obviously because the speaker's on the bottom.
Which is actually a great speaker.
Oh yeah. We will get into that later on. But, yeah. Why don't we get into the next feature? Or should I say multiple features in one? Because, yeah, we're going to go over some of the notes in this radio. Because there is quite a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the notes of the Uniden Bearcat BCT8. This is a first in the series. We've never done anything like this before, but it's about to happen now. So, the first of many notes that I found out with this radio when I got it in the mail today, as of filming this, June 9th, I learned that it does not have a ham radio section of tuning. It's embedded into the private section of tuning, like PVT. You just go into PVT and it is embedded onto there. Like, I'll do that right now. I'll go to PVT, stop it, and then go to Bank 33, and then there it is. 145.190. That's a ham radio repeater. Because, yeah, Nicholas, I'm going to have to agree with you there because I've never heard Upton say, Long Island Sound east of New Haven, Connecticut to Port Jefferson, New York to the mouth of the Connecticut River. When did that become a thing?
That became a thing, I want to say sometime in March? I know it happened in early 2021 because Upton decided, let's just split Long Island, eastern Long Island into two different sections and give it completely different same codes. And just say, we have two different marine zones now. And,
mouth of the Connecticut River. Mouth of the Connecticut River.
Yes.
Does that not sound weird to you?
Mouth of the Connecticut River. Oh, fuck you.
No, does that not sound weird to you? Judging by how many years you've been in the community, catching Upton warnings, does that not sound weird to you after just now hearing it?
It does sound weird.
I've heard mouth of the Connecticut River, the location is going to be affected, but not as freaking...
Not as a marine zone.
With sand.
Yeah, not as a marine zone. And this was just recent, too. Since we're on the topic of Upton with their marine zones, they recently implemented this. This was literally a decision made by Upton, New York earlier in the year, right around February and March, and I don't know what possessed them to do this, but they just basically said, "Oh, hey, we're gonna add new marine zones."
Like, actually, they didn't really add any zones. They
split it.
They split Eastern Long Island down to from New Haven to the mouth of the Connecticut River. And then from the mouth of the Connecticut River to Dock Island. But actually, you know what? I share my screen, but Michael's internet crashed because of it, and he just rebooted his router. But yeah, like if you tune into KH27 and listen to their freaking marine forecasts, you'll hear that Eastern Long Island Sound is not just one fucking zone anymore. It's literally two. But I don't know what the fuck Upton's gonna do. It's like what if a warning gets issued for east of the mouth of the Connecticut River, Block Island? Like just borderline in between Upton and Taunton territory. Like, what's gonna happen now? Is WXM8 just not gonna go off? Like, cause I've been getting marine warnings for Eastern Long Island for as long as I can fucking remember.
Yeah.
And with this new change, I don't know what Upton's gonna do. Like, the basic Long Island marine zone that goes from like Port Jefferson and New Haven to the Connecticut River and Oregon Point on eastern Suffolk County. That's out of WXM80 and WXJ42. That I know. But I don't know what Upton's gonna do. What Upton protocol is gonna be when the other Eastern Long Island Sound marine zone is gonna be placed under a warning. I don't know who's gonna go off. But this is definitely gonna be interesting. But it's so weird to see that now. Like,
whoa. You're gonna have to get used to it now.
Yeah, like these.
I mean, nevertheless.
Yeah, good fucking job, National Service. Way to not display the fucking hazardous weather outlook, you fucking bitch ass.
Big oof.
Yeah, way to freaking process request.
Anyways, about that. Oh God. Why the fuck is Listerine with the shampoo?
For display.
Bruh.
No, read the sign.
I am offended by this display. A Karen wrote that. A Karen wrote that. Probably who wrote it was a Karen. Here's the thing. Nicholas.
Yeah.
About the marine zones. Since we pretty much shifted away from the notes for a bit, it's time to rant. So, if Upton did that with the marine zones, if they split their zones, what the fuck is Mount Holly gonna do?
I mean,
What about Boston Norton?
Them too.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna split any because like all their, at least as far as I know, they're not gonna be splitting anything. But
I mean, Nicholas,
I'm sure that-
considering how large New Jersey's marine zones are with Mount Holly, think about it. Long Island Sound used to be one big zone, and then it got split. Who's to say they won't do that with Manasquan Inlet? Or fucking Great Egg Inlet to Little Egg Inlet? Or even Delaware Bay to Atlantic City?
I mean, Delaware Bay is always split into two different zones. Northern and Southern Delaware.
Exactly.
If I were to pull CRS, I would say Delaware Bay, waters north of East Point, New Jersey, Slaughter Beach, Delaware, and all that shit.
Yeah.
Bro, that was so good. That's not even funny.
To Slaughter Beach,
I
Delaware.
I did KWO 35 back in the CRS days, and I got a Marine warning for Delaware Bay. I gotta find the video, but I did get a Marine warning for Delaware Bay, and it sounded just like that.
Anyway,
Imagine SBC Bridgeport or what?
Okay, fuck you.
Imagine SPC Mason.
Sorry, I'm taking F bitch.
Imagine SPC Mason.
Imagine that houses.
Fuck yeah! Anyways, back to the notes of the Uniden Bearcat BCT8. So, we already discussed the fact that this radio basically has a embedded ham radio section of tuning. I also learned that we already covered this earlier. The siren can be tested along with the flashing light and the volume of the siren itself. The entire body is made of cast metal. Not even kidding. The whole body is made of metal.
Now, can I add to that, Michael?
Yeah.
If you wanted to, I'm not telling anybody to do this, you can use a blunt instrument.
Yeah, because this thing is like, I swear to God, this thing has to weigh at least 7 pounds.
What instrument?
A blunt instrument.
A blunt and
Like smoking dope?
Yeah, like smoking dope, but also like something hard.
You said as a blunt instrument.
I meant like a bat, dumbass.
Yeah, blunt as in blunt smoking, but no, but it's the same as
Not that blunt.
same as that kind of blunt, but you know what I mean. But yeah, but it's amazing what you can accomplish with a small baseball bat.
You put somebody up with that scanner.
Yeah, this thing, I swear to God, this thing is very heavy. It has to weigh like at least 8 fucking pounds. It's heavy.
You have a scale?
Not as heavy.
No.
As
Oh!
Oh.
I'm censoring that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, please do.
But yeah.
So does that mean you're gonna talk crap on my girlfriend too, huh?
I never said that. I never said that.
Sure.
I mean, that is true. He never said that.
Ah, but my girl's also heavy too. You got a problem with that?
I never said I had a problem with it.
Then again, we're all heavy bitches anyway, so.
Yeah, says the one who is 290. I mean, what?
That is true. I'm 290.
No, I was talking about me, but okay.
No, I'm 290.
I'm 270 at most.
I think I'm 270 as well, but I'm trying to shave some weight off.
Same.
Really? You're 270, Nicholas?
Yeah, I thought it was still like 250 or something, but I weighed myself recently out and I saw like 270. I was like, oh. So yeah, I'm trying to shit.
No fucking damn.
The dun dada. But no, about the notes, I should mention this. This radio, as I've said already, the body is made of cast metal, and that's what makes it such a heavy unit. It has to weigh like 8 pounds at least, because it really is heavier than it looks. But,
It is heavy.
yeah. Also, I did mention this. It does have an external speaker output, which we'll get to later. The one that came with it is not the original speaker. It doesn't even come with a speaker from the factory itself. This is an aftermarket speaker. It just looks very similar to that of the scanner, but it actually fits in pretty well. But other than that, as complex as a scanner this is, as complex of a scanner this particular one is, unfortunately, it does not have the capability to label frequencies because of the display's limitations. Like the BC125AT, you know how he has the frequencies can be labeled? This one cannot do that.
That's alpha tags.
Yeah, this one doesn't have alpha tags capabilities because the display is literally all digital and preset images, fixed images itself, and pixels. The NASCAR badge on the front is literally the same as the BC92 XLT. The squelch knob is actually reversed in a way. Or is it? No, actually, no, it's not reversed. On the scanner, it's actually the same way. Okay, so it's not reversed. Actually, wait, it is. Because I remember the squelch being off was in this position, but on the older scanners, the squelch on is in this position. So it is reversed. Same thing with the handheld scanner. Like the BC370 CRS, the squelch knob went from the left side to the right side to turn squelch on or off. Like if it was off, it would be all the way to the left, and if it was on, it would be all the way to the right. Kind of like the WX100 with the volume knob. Anyway, in certain areas,
Imagine WX100. I'm looking out stuff.
Bruh. Anyways, in certain areas, the scanner up, the keypad can also be used to input any frequency that you desire as long as it's in the right band. If it's not in the right band, it basically will just give you that error message again that we heard earlier in the button beep segment. The speaker is mounted on the bottom of the radio, as we've also discussed, next to the plastic stand, and it is actually a very good sounding speaker. The prices of these things can range from $190 to as much as over $500 depending on the condition. The antenna is BNC attached, and it can be removed. If I can just take it out, like, there we go. Yeah, the antenna is removable, just like the Radio Shack 12-519. Oh, fun fact, I can actually use the 519 as a frickin' scanner on Skywarn. Somewhat, to some degree, but it's really best if you have an actual scanner. Yes, I have one.
Imagine Radio Shack.
Oh wait, they're fucking dead. But
No, they're back in business.
only online. But yeah. Also, there is a couple of scanning features. It does have the ability to scan highway patrol frequencies, and that is the very top button on the frequency side, which is right here, I believe. Is it the one that says HWY and then state on it, or PVT?
What were you asking? I'm sorry.
The ability to scan highway patrol frequencies, the very top button on the frequency side,
Just press highway.
which is state.
You gotta select your state first. Then, then press highway once you've confirmed it.
Yeah, and then you press hold, and then you press scan, and then you just go.
Man, I miss that sound. That classic Uniden button beeps on a scanner sound. That is a classic sound.
Yeah. Also, I should mention you can also scan air, military, and public service frequencies. The alert light LED can actually be adjusted, as we've said already. The red hold button on the right side of the radio can be used to stop the search of frequencies if you wanted to do it manually. It does not have any battery backup because it's practically a desktop scanner, and besides, who the fuck is going to be taking this on a battery backup road trip? Who the fuck is going to be taking that?
Actually, Mike, to correct you on that, it is hardwired.
Yeah, it's hardwired. Well, no, it's not. It's not hardwired because the adapter can just plug right in.
Right, but what I'm saying by hardwired, they can only be plugged in. That's what I mean by that.
Yeah, well, if
But
it can be removed, I mean, it's not exactly hardwired.
But hold on.
And this is a
When
big
you buy
but.
the scanner brand new, listen up, everybody. If you buy the scanner brand new, it can be mounted in your car. It does come with a mounting plate and brackets, and bracket bolts, and a car adapter. But I lost all of that because I didn't need it.
Yes, it does come with a mount for your car. Like if you were a cop, you can just plug it into the car charger, or you can get one of those.
Not necessarily if you're a cop.
Or a
Not
cop or a.
necessarily if you're a cop.
Well, I'm just providing as an example. Like if you were a police officer, if you wanted to listen to your battalion or whatever, you could just have this in your police car or police cruiser and just have it on whatever frequency you desire. Plug an external outdoor antenna on it, and there you go. With BNC, you got the perfect portable, somewhat scanner.
Actually, correct you on that. You would have to hook it up to a car antenna.
Yeah, a car antenna.
Is that what you meant?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like you could. There's like these old. There's like these antennas that you can mount on the roof of your car, and they plug in with BNC to a radio or scanner, like kind of like the one Mitchell has for his bail thing on his Crosstrek.
I can actually show you. Correct.
Yeah. Try and find an antenna right that. Try to find an antenna for that.
Real quick, Michael. If I may say something real quick, and please, for the love of God, censor this out.
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
So you gave an example of being a cop for having that scanner in your car.
Oh no. Yeah.
Why would you want to be a cop? It's a you're only a baby. If you're doing the boys to shut the fuck up.
I want
This.
to shut you down.
This.
Yeah,
Does that
you might
mean
want.
did they spill their coffee and their donuts too? What?
Okay, this is basically what you would get with this particular scanner. This is the Uniden car antenna, I think. No, wait, that's not the car antenna. What is
No,
this?
they're off brands, but they work for that scanner.
Yeah, this is. What is this one with like two antennas on the end? Is that a car antenna?
Oh, that's a dipole antenna, I believe.
Oh,
right.
It is a dipole antenna, yes.
Oh, a dipole antenna, yeah. And this is the car antenna. That's what Mitchell has. Yeah, that's what Mitchell has for his bail thing. It's hooked up above the driver sun visor, above his steering wheel on his Crosstrek, and that's literally a very similar antenna to what he uses for his bail thing. That's what I'm talking
It's
about.
not- But to add on to this, my dad actually had a Cobra CB radio hooked up in his Mustang when he had his Mustang back in 2003, and he had an antenna running through. Oh no, this was on his Caprice. I'm sorry. He had went through a lot of cars. So, let's just use image number 2 for example. He had an antenna like that, but it was a little bit more wide. Yeah, I know what she said. So what he did was he hooked up that antenna where the suction cup is to the trunk of the Caprice. He ran the wire through the trunk and he hooked it up in the back seat. He ran an extension cord in the back seat, hooked around that cable, and he got it to hook up to the Cobra CB.
That is
My
sick.
dad was a great person back with his CB radios and his radar detectors. He was very crafty about that kind of stuff.
I can
He
tell.
would do anything at an advantage when he was on the highway. Because again, my dad is a trucker, and as we all know, remember kids, radar detectors and scanners are illegal in vehicles in Indiana and Kentucky.
Why?
Because it's the South.
Well, not in North Carolina. Scanners are the shit over here. But anyways, but yeah, one thing that's going to trigger Nicholas but I guess not really. Some models have a clock. This one does not. No clock. Because, well, why would you need a clock on a scanner that's professional anyway? It's meant for scanning, not to keep the time. Plus, I'm pretty sure with all that crap on the display, even on standby mode... Wait, actually, no, I think they would actually be able to pull that off somehow. Like, let's say if you were to turn the scanning function off, you can do, these numbers could just turn into the current time, like 9:49 p.m. There you go.
I mean...
They did it with the 248 CLT, which was way older than this. But they still did it.
Okay, on the plus, it's one less... I mean, if I do happen to get that scanner in the future, yeah, I'm not collecting any more radios anytime soon, depending on when this video gets uploaded.
Yeah, right.
No, like, I'm really not. My dad actually told me that I need to stop collecting, otherwise I have to pay a percentage of the electric bill. But yeah, if I do happen to get my own place and I get that scanner, I mean, shit, it's one less clock I have to set up.
Oh shit!
What?
I looked on eBay, and while you were talking, Nicholas, here's a prime example of a brand new BCT8. This one is actually $66 for a bid.
$66?
That's how depreciative the value has gone on the radios.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, again, I'm gonna take in mind it's from 2003.
With 800 megahertz trunk tracker 3. Yep, exactly what it is. Okay, so it's called the Uniden Bearcat BCT8 Bear Tracker. But I'm just going to call it the Uniden Bearcat BCT8. I guess the Bear Tracker's fine, but Bear Tracker, I've never heard of a Bear Tracker before, but I guess, yeah. Bear Trackers exist, and this is one of them. But I should mention that the other one of the notes, yeah, the Uniden logo is engraved on the top cover, which is metal. It obviously has Trunk Tracker 3. It can also be called the Bear Tracker BCT8. And there's actually another note that I wanted to say about this thing. I'm not sure if AJ noticed this, but I did notice one particular thing.
What's that?
If I go to the back here on the label, and if I pull it up right here, you'll notice that it just looks very, very, very unique. And this is actually relating to that of the WX500. Listen to this closely, Nicholas. Listen to this. And this is only on a scanner, granted, but it could be related to why our WX500s haven't been working. Well, yours only, because I gave mine to Mitchell. But it could be the reason why ours don't work. Use only Uniden AC adapter AD140U or Uniden specified power supply. It actually says that on the label on the back.
Yeah.
Underneath,
it does say that.
underneath the model number, it actually says that. And that got me thinking just now. What if that was the reason why our WX500s never worked? Because we used the wrong fucking cord. Can you imagine the fucking frustration that would ensue if that was actually the case? Can you imagine that?
I've actually been trying to hunt around on eBay for the right fucking WX500 cord, and
They're hard to find.
They're very hard. You pretty much gotta get one new in box just to find it.
Ooh, okay.
But yeah, those are the notes of the BCT8. Now let's get into the next feature, and that is the amount of channels you can store on it. Bringing back an old gem here. Okay, the next feature on the Uniden Bearcat BCT8. Channels. No. Yeah.
Fuck you.
But yeah, the amount of channels that you can store on the BCT8 is palpable. If you go over here to SVC, if I press the SVC button right here, and if I go to private, there you go. Private right here. Look at this. Stop right here and press it again. Look at this. I'm going to press the button. If I go back, 250 frequency banks. All for using with frequency channels and storage codes that you can put in. I say storage codes because you can pretty much... That's pretty much what they are. Each frequency has their own code built in because it's obviously what they're being transmitted with. Because, yeah. Let it be known that this scanner literally, I think has the, hang on. Wait a minute. Yeah, I just thought of something.
What?
This has the same amount of channels able to store on the scanning. It has the same amount as the BC92 XLT.
They're pretty much about a lot of. So, to add on to that, Michael, there is a tier.
Sorry.
Yeah. Jesus H. Christ.
Sorry. That was my BC92 XLT. Anyways, hang on.
So there's a tier list of scanners of how many channels each scanner can store. For example, the most basic scanner that is out there, which is the Uniden BCT8, which you can find for like $20 or $30, only has 50 channels.
Let me see if I can scroll all the way to 250.
You can't just hold that shit down?
No. Oh wait, actually I can. But it's faster. But it's faster if I press it a bunch of times.
But anyway, can I go back to what I was saying, Michael?
Yeah.
So there are tiers of scanners, basically. If we wanted to put it in the 5 tiers of scanners, the BCT8 and the, what is yours called again? The BXL92?
The BC92 XLT.
Okay. So those two would be under tier number 2, which is basically the cheaper end of scanners with 250 banked frequencies. The
Yeah.
BC125AT would be in tier number 3 because it has 500 channels.
That is true.
And the highest you can get on a scanner is 1,000.
But anyways, back to the scanner.
Bruh.
It takes a while. I was wrong. It's not 250, it's 200.
But it's in that same tier, basically.
Yeah, so the BC92 XLT has 200. This has 250. I mean, I should remember this shit. Because we pretty much found that out in season 10, pretty much. 10.
Right, but we're talking about season 8 because we mentioned about the BC125AT.
But I'm talking about the BC92 XLT.
Oh, my bad.
God motherfucking damn. But anyways, the problem is, even though it has so many spots to place your frequencies, who is it gonna be, who is gonna fill all 250 channels like that.
I know people that have done it.
I mean, yeah, it's useful for it to be there. Don't get me wrong, but it is a bit excessive, but it's nice to have. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, the amount of channels that you can store on the BCT8 is absolutely shocking. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Imagine 500.
I mean, they do have that on the newer scanners, don't they?
Yeah.
I can't confirm that my 345 CRS has the ability to store up to 500 channels.
500.
Yes. So,
500.
apart from the scanning features, why don't we get into some more subtle features? And that would be the speaker quality that's next. Okay, the speaker quality on the Uniden Bearcat BCT8 Bear Tracker. So, let's test it out here. Oops.
Sunset tonight is at 8:38 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow is at 6:09 a.m. This is the NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, KJY85 broadcasting from the Iredell County Emergency Communications Tower in Mooresville, North Carolina, operating on a frequency of 162.525 megahertz. This transmitter is serving the foothills and southern Piedmont of North Carolina. The current time is 10:44 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. These are the 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time observations for the...
God damn, that speaker's loud. And it's good!
It is good. It's a great speaker.
It doesn't even sound like it's gonna blow up that much. Like some radios. So, damn. Okay. I'll gladly take it. That's easily a good rating. So, on that note, let's get to the next feature, and that would be the reception. Okay, the reception on the Uniden Bearcat BCT8 Bear Tracker. Let's test it out.
The temperature was...
Oh yeah, I should mention, on the weather band it has frequencies 8, 9, and 10!
Those are marine frequencies.
What? Why are they on weather then?
Because weather is a part of marine.
But, what transmitters are on there?
Some Environment Canada marine transmitters.
Oh, that explains it.
Bill Spartanburg and
Alright, we tried it inside, now let's go outside. BRB. Look at all these moths. They're all the same species, too. Look at this. You got one here, one there, one there, one there, one there. These are literally one of the few flying insects that do not make me scared because, yeah, they're just, see? They're harmless. They don't hurt you. Hello, little buddy. How are you? Look at you. You're gonna be famous. You're gonna be famous on radio reviews. But yeah, they're pretty harmless. They're cute though. I will say that. Let me just put you on the light. Oh, come on, get in the light. Having a bit of a problem. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Anyways, oh, there's another one here, and there's two more there. Okay, anyways, enough looking at moths. Never mind, that one's in the rain. Anyways, enough of that. Let's just take a quick look. Where's the scanner? There's the scanner. Imagine having to do outdoor reception outside on a fucking barbecue because this thing does not have battery backup, so you gotta improvise, am I right? Yep, precisely, you gotta improvise. So.
Pleasant and gusty winds are possible within the strongest storms. And now the extended outlook for the series. Climate summary for this evening as of 4 p.m., June 9th, 2021. Today's high temperature of 89 degrees occurred at 2:44 p.m. The normal high is 86. The record high is 99 degrees, which was set in 2008. Today's low temperature of 70 degrees occurred at 5:27. This is NOAA Weather Radio, all hazards. WNG 538 broadcasting from a tower on Grandmother Mountain, near Lincoln, North Carolina, operating on a 162.850 megahertz at 2.46 inches. North 50%. Thursday, mostly cloudy.
Okay, just looking at that from a distance, how it's constantly on like that, the way it looks in the midst of the nighttime, that looks creepy, but cool at the same time. So yeah, that's it. That's that. So, the reception is easily a good rating. No surprise there. So, why don't we go back inside and look at the very impressive build quality. I think you know exactly where we're going with this one. The build quality easily deserves an absolute S rank, top of the line, because this thing is literally built like crazy, heavy duty, all over the place. First of all, this is literally one of the first radios that I've ever reviewed that has a metal body. How often do you see that? This thing is literally made of metal, and I can actually prove it too. I can prove it even better. Because if I get the screwdriver and do this, and no, I'm not harming the radio by doing this, but I am gonna unplug it just. But I am unplugging it just in case, and I'm also taking out the antenna. Okay, so remember these 4 screws that I mentioned? I'm gonna unscrew the top portion where the circuit board is, and this will take out the metal cover along with it. And this will really give you an idea as to how well and tough and rugged this scanner is built. There are a few scratches on it, but that's just from normal wear and tear. So that's completely normal. And the screws have some white stuff on it. I'm not sure what that is. Probably oxidized over for something. I don't know, from being in storage for so long.
Screws on the base.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just oxidation.
So, now that the 4 screws are off, if I take this apart, look at that. Look at this metal cover. Look at this. How cool is that?
Look at this photograph!
God damn it. But yeah, look, there it is. Damn, the underside is very clean, but the top part, yeah, you can see the wear on it, but yeah, look at this.
That's so tempting.
Look at this. You can see the metal cover, and you can see the engraved Uniden logo on the underside. But this is pure metal. Look at this. Pure metal. Now that is true build quality. And of course, I know a lot of you want to look on the inside of the radio, so here you go. This is the top portion of the circuit board, but that is about it. There isn't really much to discover here. There's another circuit board for the display and such. But other than that, you can see a lot of jumpers everywhere for the wires. It is a little bit hot. That's from being powered on. But, yeah. Just to give you an idea of how well this thing is built. Look at that cover and how heavy it is. It's literally built like a tank. There's the speaker on the bottom, as we said already, and there's the back. But yeah, the buttons feel very nice. The display is very good, especially with that backlight. The backlight will last for years to come because of how long this radio has lasted, since 2003. The buttons feel very responsive. The knobs feel very durable and they feel like they won't break. And the speaker is very good, along with the stand. And not just that, it has really good build quality all around. So, look, the whole frame is constructed of steel and metal. It's literally metal all around. Unbelievable. Except for the circuit board, obviously, because that's just not metal. But there is some plastic, but that's just for the front. But the majority of the scanner is literally metal. How often do you see that? Not very often. So, now you see why I gave this an S rank in terms of build quality. The top of the line build quality. The top tier. You know what I mean? The top tier, baby. But as I put these screws back together... Oh, wow. Put these screws back together. Wow. Anyways, as I put this radio back together, like at least the top portion of it, then it will be okay. For the next feature that we're going to get into, and this one is a relatively noticeable feature. Something that, you know, not too many people really acknowledge, but the feature is there in case you need it. And yes, I know I'm moving the camera around with my arm because I'm trying to like get the screws into the holes. So, sorry about that. But yeah, the next feature, like on most professional scanners, is fairly obvious. It is the removable antenna. Okay, the antenna on the Uniden Bearcat BCT8. This is not original, this is an aftermarket antenna. And it's tall as hell. Let me show you.
That's what she said.
God damn it. But yeah, look at this. That's the antenna, it's aftermarket, but still, it works because it's BNC. And if you have a BNC to phono adapter with this thing, the ideas are unlimited with what you can do.
But you can't self-activate it.
No. You cannot. Also, I did notice a little something up with the antenna. This unscrews, apparently, and then that shows up. Yeah. I don't get it either. But I take it that's part of the BNC stuff. So, here's my point. If I take my portable scanner's antenna off and then put this one in, it'll work because it uses the same exact slot like the other scanner does. It's literally BNC. That's what the antenna is. That's the port that it uses. And it is compatible with not just the likes of portable and desktop scanners alike from Uniden or Radio Shack, but also the Radio Shack 12-519, since that also has a removable antenna. So, regardless of that, it is definitely something very unique about the scanner. Because not too many scanners today have at least a pretty good accessible BNC antenna to remove and such, but if I just take it out, this is going to look so wrong on the desktop scanner, so I apologize. But look at this. Ooh. Hey guys, I got my new antenna for my scanner. It's fresh out of the handheld, bitch.
What you doing?
I put the handheld antenna scanner, I put the handheld scanner antenna on the desktop one.
Not gonna lie, I did that for my Apple's antenna broke, so I'm saying people do that. That does happen a lot.
Yeah. Other than that,
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Anyways, I put the other antenna back because that's pretty much what it looks like. This is what it looks like right now. And there it is, standing proud. It does have a little bit of antenna arthritis, unfortunately.
Antenna arthritis.
Where's the plug for it? Yeah. Yes.
Hey,
Ow. Yeah.
Coronavirus.
Oh no. But yeah. The antenna on it is fairly simple, but now we're going to get into the next feature, and I think this is probably the last one we're going to do, I'm not sure. But the next feature is the ability to add an external speaker. Okay, the external speaker output on the Uniden Bearcat BCT8 Bear Tracker. Remember how I said that this thing came with an aftermarket speaker, and here it is. This is something that AJ bought for the scanner, just to have it, because, yeah, it has that feature, so, yeah, might as well get a speaker that looks good enough for it. But, yeah, it's a simple speaker.
I bought that speaker, I'm sorry, Pickle. I bought that speaker off Amazon. It was like a generic Amazon speaker for like $10. So,
Man, it sounds good.
yeah.
Alright, so I just plugged the external speaker next to the AC power adapter input, and I can already, like, plug it in. And I'm going to see if anybody is talking in the land of ham radio frequencies.
Probably not, because it's so late.
Oh no, they talk late.
I know, but some of those people are boomers.
That's what the speaker sounds like, the external speaker. However, it does have a little bit of a, it does have a time thing where every 10 minutes it'll say Kilo Echo 4 Victor X-Ray Charlie. With a female voice, and it tells the time, or just says Kilo Echo 4 Victor X-Ray Charlie every 10 minutes. So in about 62 seconds we're gonna hear that. So let me just turn it back on. And it's on 145.190. So it should be doing it fairly soon. It usually does it right on the dot anyway. That's the squelch. Oh no. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, let's see what happens. 15 seconds. 10. 5. Bruh, come on.
Just test it with the weather, man.
Well, it does it. Let's just say that. Anyway, this is basically what it is. I'm gonna test it out with the weather. That's why I didn't test it out with the weather. But, however, at least it shows that it has those capabilities of having an external speaker on it. That's the main thing. And that's exactly what... This is not stock with the radio, by the way, by any means. This is an Amazon speaker. But it looks fairly, you know, matchable. That's not even a word, I don't care. Matchable with the radio, I guess.
It goes with the radio.
Yeah, it matches well with it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Michael can English any day, anyway.
Oh, bang. Anyway. But yeah. Other than that, not too much. So yeah, let's go ahead and, I think we're just about done with this radio, are we?
Yeah.
Did you do the indoor and outdoor reception?
Yes.
Alright, anything else?
Yeah, I think that just about does it. So, without further ado, let's get into the final thoughts. Yes, another first. An S-rank final thoughts. I think it's a first. For those of you who want a professional scanner for a fair price because of how much, you know, how many features this thing has, I would totally get it. It's built well, it'll last you years to come. It has a lot of scanning features. It has a lot of great weather features as well because you can actually monitor the marine bands. It has highway, police, fire, EMS, motor racing network. What more could you want? Even though it's a bit outdated, if you're looking for a classical analog scanner, just for shits and giggles, then this is for you. The Uniden Bearcat BCT8 Bear Tracker with Trunk Tracker 3 and NASCAR scanning capabilities is literally one of the most top-of-the-line scanners I've ever reviewed, and I am proud to say that this is definitely one of the best, if not the best, desktop scanner I've ever come across thus far, besides the BC370 CRS, because that kicks ass with the AM/FM recognition of alerts. This is a close second to that. I would absolutely buy this scanner if you have the money, and if you can find one in good condition, just grab it. Because these things are not cheap, but they are well worth their money, and they really do the job. Sure, it has some disadvantages, like outdated firmware and such. But if you just want something professional and rugged and tough, this is the kind of scanner you want. Absolutely amazing piece of machinery. It's an extraordinary piece of equipment. I absolutely love it. So, on that note, thank you all for watching. We are finally finished. Thank you for watching yet again, and thanks so much to Warren OHWX8798 for lending me this scanner. Just to review it, it is very amazing. Thank you very much for that. And also, subscribe to Warren OHWX8798 and ThunderBuddy01, as well as my channel for future videos like this on radio reviews. Also, be sure to subscribe since this is still Season 11. I still gotta, you know, give them a huge shout out for boosting the season. Subscribe to Mitchell and Holly's EAS and Siren channels down in the description. MontyCat33, BenjiCat33, the EAS Geek, and the Siren Geek, all in the description below in the video. Their channels will be right there where you want them. So, thank you all so much for watching, and you got something to say?
You made a slight error. Last time I checked, Nicholas's YouTube channel name is I can't even say it seriously.
Wait.
It's
I said Thunder Buddy 01.
no, it's Thunder Thighs 01.
Oh,
Fuck you.
oh.
Come and get it.
Okay. Oh my god. But anyways, guys, that is about it. Thank you all for watching. This is Clay Ranger 143 signing out along with
Warren OHWX 8798.
And Thunder Buddy 01, who's currently vibing to Friday Night Funkin' right now.
and we will see you guys in the next video and the next episode.